This week, we've been driving the 2024 Toyota Crown.
Good day, everybody. You're watching Beyond the Test Drive, and we have spent an entire week driving this 2024 Toyota Crown limited trim up and down a good chunk of the California coastline. And for what we used it for, the Crown actually works out very well. You get an elevated seat height for good visibility, easy entry and exit. And the other thing about the Crown is the seats are incredibly comfortable, and it's nice and quiet when you're out cruising doing what we did this week. Well, it's quiet most of the time, and we'll get into that. Again, this is the limited trim. Talk about all the trim levels out on the highway, but this is in the middle, but it does come with the base 2.5 liter 4-cylinder. And that's something we do need to talk about given the price of the car and the fact that this is intended to be the flagship sedan for Toyota. Now this is in a crazy red color. I'll put the name of it up there. I can't remember what it is. Again, I don't remember what the name of this red is. Do you?
No, but my toenails match.
Yes, right.
Sorry.
Yeah. Whatever red it is, I don't know. We'll put the red up there. What's the name of your toenail polish? What was the name of that red?
Flower red.
Flower red. This was not flower red,
no.
I guarantee you that. But styling-wise, this has grown on me this week because it has charisma. It stands out in a sea of SUVs and other sedans. And I have to admit, we never lost this in a parking lot. Also, caught a couple people giving it the eye, trying to figure out what it is, because again, in this red, it just really does stand out. Now, this is not a hatch, but it does look like a hatchback. And right now, it's sitting alongside the 2025 Crown Signia, which Toyota just debuted. That's the wagon version of this, but don't call it a wagon. And it also gives you extra ground clearance. This has very, very sedan ground clearance, so it gives you kind of a lower center of gravity for good handling. We also have a very Porsche Macan-like black bar down the bottom. Put in the comments what you think about the styling. Again, I'm gonna give Toyota props for doing something different. We have 236 horsepower here with Toyota's hybrid system. We have standard all-wheel drive. We have an electric motor on the rear. We have an electric motor on the front working with this 4-cylinder. Again, 236 horsepower. This weighs 3,900 pounds. So where this has been a very appropriate engine for the Camry and the RAV4, I'm just not sure here. But again, we'll get into that out on the drive. Now, again, this would be really cool if it was a hatch, but it does give you a big trunk. My only nit this week has been opening it. You have to sort of push in right there. There's a button, not a thumb. It's offset. I think there's a kick to open on the Platinum. And as you can see, we got a ton of stuff in here, and it's all held it pretty good. There's just two of us traveling now. It's about 15 cubic feet, and those seats do go down. So all in all, a pretty good sized trunk. And the back seat is very, very spacious and comfortable. Again, very, very easy to get in and out of. And the back seat is the place to be in the Crown. It's almost very limo-like. I would say it's on par with something like the Honda Accord. And the new Camry is out, which doesn't, you know, this offers maybe a smidge more space than the Camry, but not much. But the big thing out here is that there's a little bit of a cutout for your head up here for taller people. But most people will find the headroom just fine back here.
Is it off?
Lights.
Huh?
It's user error.
Oh.
Sorry, Crown. Didn't mean to yell at you. It was telling me I had the lights on, so. Okay, sitting in the interior of the Crown. Yeah, let's see, a couple things. This is great. Oh, let's turn it on. Oh, my seat's moving. Beeps and alerts will drive you kind of batty.
Yes, I completely agree.
At least they drove you batty.
Yes, they did.
So this has the sensors all around the car. If you get close, it'll beep. So it's nice. It warns you. We have rear cross traffic alert. This has Toyota Safety Sense 3.0 plus some extra stuff on it, like the 360 camera. You found that. Where's the view?
Right there.
Touchscreen is very functional.
Touchscreen, I
Good
like.
size. It blends in real nice, along with the gauge cluster. So all real good. This is all good stuff here. Down in this area here, we have...
How do you like this?
This has been good.
Yeah,
the charger has been good. So the way your phone sits there, it kind of hugs it up against there. I think we haven't had any issues charging.
No, not at all.
2 cup holders here, a little bit of storage there. You get a little bit of a shelf here that's kind of pointless because things just fall off. 2 USB-Cs here. You get a USB-A here, and you get the 2 USB-Cs in the back. So it's 5 total. That's pretty good.
Yeah, I think that's great. And I think you would be happy about this, the piano black. There's not really a lot of that.
No, they've done a decent, I agree with that. There's you know, this around here, but it's not quite piano black.
No, it's not quite. No, I think it'll age well. I mean, right now it's a little dirty.
So
from our
that's
trip.
pretty good. I got a little bit of this rose gold. So a couple nits. This is my first one, is this volume knob. No, I think this is one of Toyota's nicest interiors, as it should be in their flagship. It's just, I think this feels cheesy. Yeah. This feels a little cheesy, but everything else is nice.
Steering wheel's nice.
Yes, steering wheel's been nice. So
I've enjoyed the steering wheel.
And then we have, well, let me turn it on now. Yay, panorama roof. And that
doesn't open, but actually it gives you, it makes the inside just feel much larger and airier.
Very bright, very bright.
No sunglass holder. But I think actually, look.
That's where you put yours.
I think so.
All right. You get your Prius Lexus shifter here. And I figured out if you want to do neutral, you just hold it over like that. It goes into neutral.
Oh, it goes into neutral right away.
Yeah, see the car rolling.
Oh, okay, yeah.
This is the second car we've had with this, and I think I'm getting pretty good at it. You also have this brake mode, which gives you some engine braking on big downhill. And then you get this...
I just love the push button.
You like the push button parking brake? EV mode, your hold mode, your parking brake. So if you're familiar with Toyota hybrid systems, this is all pretty par for the course there. Instrument cluster is configurable somewhat. You can change this display here, this display there. You do have this kind of thing watching your eyes to make sure you're paying attention. And yeah, it's a pretty straight up interior. The best thing about this interior, though, I've found is the seats.
Seats are very comfortable. I mean, we've traveled hundreds of miles. I've not squirmed or anything.
No, I don't squirm. There's no pressure points, no bolstering, but for this type of car, it didn't need that. Oh, I forgot to mention, you do have this kind of cool.
Yeah. Oh, whoops. Should be on my side, but it's actually one whole.
This is cool.
One whole,
And it's deep.
One big one, but it opens up
both ways.
Yeah, I actually kind of like that.
Yeah, very good. We had the JBL system in here. Again, that comes on this limited trim. I think it sounds pretty good at low volumes. I can see where if you crank it up, it starts falling apart a little bit.
Yeah, but I don't think, for what we needed it for, it was perfect.
Crown buyers are not looking to jam out. This comes in and out. All right, let's
Three phones. Look at that. Three phones in there.
But only this one's charging.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah, stick all your phones there. All LED lighting. At night, there is a little bit of ambient in the footwell. You do have your puddle lights on all three trims.
Did you talk about the glove box?
No, not really. It's tiny.
It's tiny. Not much to talk about.
Bottle holders over here. One bottle there. All right, let's take our first spin. Okay, so there's 3 trim levels for the Crown here in 2020 for the XLE. They all come really, really well equipped.
Let's see, it comes with leather seating with power drivers and passenger seats, and they're actually heated and ventilated. Heated rear seats, acoustic glass, folding heated outside mirrors, puddle lights, 19-inch wheel, heated steering wheel.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. Very nice. And large 12.3-inch instrument cluster and infotainment screens, wireless Apple and Android Auto, and wireless charger and all-wheel drive.
Yeah, pretty well equipped. Now we're driving the Limited, which gives us...
Plus it adds the large panoramic sunroof, 11-speaker JBL sound system, and the quad LED headlights.
Okay, and then if you want to jump up to the Platinum trim, that just gives you the bigger engine.
Okay.
I think, right?
Yeah.
And there is a
There's a
nightshade.
$3,600.
Oh, that's right.
tech.
We have $3,600 package on this one, and what is that one?
That gives us those 21-inch wheels.
Gotta have it.
Yes. Panoramic 3D cameras.
Oh, the one we were playing with there.
Yes. Traffic jam assist and front cross traffic alert.
Ah, okay. Traffic jam assist. We were in LA traffic, and that worked very well.
Very well.
So all told, this limited trim is popping in at like $51,000. So,
Crazy.
which it feels like it until you do this. My $51,000 car just feels like a RAV4. And I think that's the issue here with me is, first of all, handling wise, this is fine. I think this is fine for a large sedan. For a large sedan that's not trying to be a super sporty car, I think it handles fine.
Oh, the handling is fine and the comfort is fine. It's just the engine worried me.
That's right.
Up some of those mountains, I was actually worried.
Yeah, getting up and over some big hills, the engine does drone. 236 horsepower, I think, for a 3,900 pound premium sedan is really pushing it. I just think that's on the edge of being adequate. But handling wise, steering wise, it's not overly boosted steering. It's just quick enough for turn in, but it's not so quick that it's darty out on the highway.
Right. Mm-hmm.
So I'm perfectly fine with the handling of this. And the other thing is the ride quality. This just
it just the bumps and the road, it just evens everything out.
Yeah, like right now over this is just, we're just kind of floating along. And so it's 90% of the time I feel like I'm driving a really, really nice border luxury sedan.
Now, to be fair, it has an upgraded engine on one of the other models.
On the Platinum, right.
Platinum.
And that's going to jump you up into the mid 50s, but I think that's going to solve.
Yes.
I would love to drive that one because I think we'd both really enjoy it. So, and then out on the highway though, this was just really, really nice. It cruises well. So I think for most people, again, I'm just going to speak for most people.
Okay.
I think they're not going to worry too much about the engine. They're going to want that comfort. They're going to want the ride height here. They want to stay loyal to Toyota.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's going to be fine for them. But I think if you do enjoy driving, I think you're going to want the bigger engine.
Yeah, definitely.
So, all right, you ready to drive?
Oh, I'd love to.
It's a great road.
It is a great road. I'd like to be a little manual, but I am enjoying this. And how do you like the bumps?
Oh, it rides great. I mean, that's the key, right? So
yeah, it kind of like, I feel like sometimes I'm like floating
it's very,
down. It is very not cushy. I mean, I do feel the road, and it is fun. I'm enjoying everything but the engine. You know, it's I don't like to complain. Steering's great. It's that
right there.
It's that.
It's a droney. It drones a lot more than I thought it would. So I get it. I get what you're saying.
Maybe the other engine.
Yeah, I think we definitely have to hop in the Max. Again, I think a lot of folks buying this Crown they're going to be fine with this because we have not talked about fuel economy yet, because that is one of the features of this 2.5 hybrid system. That's, why you would get this one. It gets rated for 41, I think, on the highway, and 42 in the city.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah, so whenever that engine starts droning, I just go, look at this great gas miles we're getting.
Exactly.
I don't know, what have we been like? We've done one tank, and the trip computer is saying around 35, and I feel like that's pretty balanced. Highway, roads like this, city driving, so we're coming up a little short. And again, that's based on the trip computer. I haven't done a pump fill. So I'm curious what's going on there with the 30. I mean, 35 is still good for a big sedan.
Yeah, I mean, this is a big car. Yeah, it's but it is very pleasurable to drive.
Yeah,
so
I am completely happy sitting here. I'm
Yeah.
not, my head's not bobbing
Yeah,
around.
and I'm not taking it easy. I'm trying to enjoy these back roads here.
Right.
Like, hold on.
What do you what do you think about the brakes?
They may be a little soft, but I mean, for me, I prefer softer brakes than like grabby brakes.
Yeah, I think for hybrid brakes, they've come such a long way. You can barely tell any difference between a hybrid regenerative braking system and a normal brakes.
Right.
A little spongy for me,
Yeah,
but,
maybe a little spongy.
but stopping power is great.
Oh yeah, I mean,
Stopping is fine on these.
Here we go. Right here.
Oh boy.
See.
Gotta put you in sport mode.
Oh,
There we go.
Hey, I felt that.
What happened?
I
The
felt
steering
a little.
got stiffer?
Yeah, the steering got stiffer.
Yeah, I think the steering does stiffen up.
Maybe I just kind of felt that as soon as you push that button.
Yeah, and the throttle's going to be a little bit more responsive.
Yeah, no, it does. Okay,
Yeah,
maybe
and-
I am driving a sports car now. Here we go.
There we go. Now the Max with the big engine also has adaptive suspension. So
Oh,
that
yeah.
comes with even more bells and
Okay.
whistles for sporty driving.
Right. Yeah. So it's unfair for us to,
Yeah, that's right.
to drive it like this and expect
Yeah.
something that it's not.
Yeah, and that kind of gets to like, who is the Crown for? Like, who is this target audience for? And
Yeah, that's kind of a difficult one, isn't it?
well, for three things. I think number one, this car is very comfortable. It's fuel efficient, even though we're not getting the EPA range, and it's quiet.
Yeah.
Most of the time, it's quiet. So it's a great trip car.
A very pleasant road trip car.
Right. And I think for folks who are loyal to Toyota, they've had Camrys all their lives, and now they're ready for something nice. The Avalon doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah, true.
And so
maybe
Toyota,
they don't want Lexus.
right, and maybe they don't want the Lexus.
Yeah.
Even though they maybe could afford the Lexus.
Right. Yeah, so the Lexus is more of a luxury brand. So maybe, maybe some people don't feel comfortable moving into that market.
Even though they have the money,
Right.
they're frugal and they don't want that jam. So
Right.
Toyota is giving them this. And it's pretty close. I mean, the interior, I'd say, is very, very close, Lexus-like. But I think for folks who are loyal to Toyota and don't have anywhere to go other than over to Lexus, this kind of gives them that alternative.
True.
And they do not want an SUV.
That's beautiful.
Look at that view. Oh my gosh.
Gorgeous.
Yes, this road deserves a Miata.
What a road. We're coming back with a Miata.
And then there is the Crown Signia that's out. I think I mentioned that earlier about that is going to be a hot seller. That does not come with that Max engine, so this is the drivetrain, so it's probably going to drive very similar.
Oh, okay.
And that has a higher ground clearance, so probably going to wallow around a little bit more than this one.
Oh, okay.
So
it's kind
that
of,
is a good looking vehicle.
That's
All right,
part
before
of,
we wrap this up though, we should give a big hearty thank you for folks who are tuning in today.
Yeah, definitely.
And,
Couldn't do it without you guys.
And check out everything on the channel. If you like what you see, we'd love to have you along for the ride. How about the name? We didn't talk about the name Crown. I would be tempted to debadge this because I'm not a big fan of the name, but
Yeah.
again, this is a legendary name.
That's right. It's all over the world, right?
Yeah,
I mean, it's
this
just
is
back here.
16th generation.
That's
this
crazy.
thing goes back, and there was the Ford Crown Victoria.
Well, I do remember the Crown Victoria.
That populated police car fleets for years.
Right.
And I was fine with that. So here we got the Crown, and we got the Crown Signia. It's a big name for Toyota. We're just not used to it here in the States. So, all right, let's wrap this up. If you have any questions or comments, leave them below. And if you're a Crown owner, we really do want to hear from you. So thanks again for coming along with us today.
And have a great day, morning or evening, wherever you may be.